This video is going to be about people who try to find an in-between when there really isn't such a thing. So 2 years ago, when I was living in Seattle, Washington, I used to love to travel to central Washington to view the night sky. We had a lunar eclipse in 2018. We had, over the last 2 years, Jupiter and Saturn getting closer and closer together. They have passed each other, and now they're getting further and further apart. We had a solar eclipse in 2017. That one I went to Salem, Oregon to see. I know there were a couple other events. But I used to love to travel to central Washington, and I would daydream about living there and being able to view the night sky. Well, my dream came true when we went into quarantine, and I got to live in Vantage for 3 weeks, but it was overrated. You see, it's Vantage is a great vacation spot. Not necessarily the best place to live. There are a lot of conveniences that I take for granted that were very difficult there. And plus, at the time, this was when Seattle was in phase 2 and you could actually do it. I often would then think about, oh my God, I need to go to Seattle to go see these people or to go out to this place. And it quickly became obvious that Vantage could be either a place I live or it could be a vacation destination, but it could not be both. It's kind of like, during the quarantine, some of my family members got into a mess over honesty issues. So you can cheat on your wife with a girlfriend, but somebody's going to be either your girlfriend or your wife, right? They cannot be like an in-between or a both, right? And that's another problem for me is my relationship status. I love being single. To be able to jump in a car and go to Vantage and view Jupiter and Saturn in conjunction. Being able to write a computer game after work every night, right? Recently I took up bowling. And when I first started bowling, at least started regularly bowling, I was scoring in the double digits, right? 80, 90 or so. And lately I've been scoring 150 and up. Never scored a 200 though. That's my goal for the year, to score at least one game of 200 and to average at least 175. I remember the very first game I scored 150 because I made it a goal to do it by the end of 2020, and I scored my first 150 on December 28th, 2020. And I jumped up and down, and I sang Bon Jovi's hit of Living on a Prayer because it had halfway there in there, and I was halfway there to getting a 300. And that was great. The problem is that I love being single, but I love dating as well. And I can't seem to find an in-between solution to that either. So back in early 2020, I had a girlfriend. I was planning to propose to her on December 21st, 2020, because Jupiter and Saturn would come into conjunction. And I was depressed out of my mind. Go back and watch my videos from back then. I think I called it my single life grand finale. I was depressed out of my mind. And to the point that I was not doing very well at my job. I was just constantly depressed. I got evicted from one apartment during that time. What else was going on? I wrote a number of computer games, but they all turned out to be wrong. During the quarantine, I kept digging up old programs that I wrote. Oh my God, that was a bad idea. Oh my God, that was the worst idea. Because I was so depressed out of my mind that I just wanted to do things to distract myself. But I was depressed. But God intervened. You see, my girlfriend, she lives with elderly family members. And so we really needed to stay safe. And during the time we were apart, both of us discovered that we weren't ready to get married. We weren't even close. We really loved our single lives. We had so many things we wanted to do before committing. Both of us realized that. And then Seattle went into phase 2 for about 3.5 months. And during that time, I met another girl. And now, I'm recording this in late January. I'm really torn about Valentine's Day, and I want to make a decision by June 10th of this year because there's going to be a solar eclipse, and those events tend to be very lucky for me. So on June 10th, I'm either going to propose to her or we're going to break up. But I'm not so depressed anymore about that because I already got 6 extra months that I wasn't anticipating on getting. I call it my single life extended mission, and that's 6 months that I didn't have before. So I'm just enjoying it as it goes, and I could always call it off again, right? Or maybe God will intervene in some other way, right? Maybe we'll have a good event, hopefully this time, right? Maybe the economy will be booming, and we'll want to enjoy our own ways, right? Who knows? So, or maybe we'll discover we are meant for each other, right? Either way, I think I'm going to be happy. And plus, I got these extra 6 months. Thanks for watching.